People have been asking me as a soaper what my house must smell like and what my, I don't know, where I'm putting all these soaps. Well, most of them are in ventilated boxes up high. Those are the cold process soap, which is the soap I make from scratch. What you see here is mostly melt and pour soap. Melt and pour soap is soap that comes in giant 10 pounds or 25 pound bricks that I chop up with a giant knife, and then I make artsy fartsy creations with them, like this skull, or maybe this chrysanthemum, which is a mold that I put inside of a mold, or maybe this Easter egg, or maybe this orange slice. The melt and pour is just fun to play with. It's like a form of sculpture that you can use. This is the only cold process that's here. This is a piece of my oatmeal soap I just made a couple days ago. It's oatmeal and apples, and it smells like an apple orchard. And it's amazing. And we're just giving it a little test. So whenever I make a soap, I have my family, everybody in my family, and sometimes I ship to other family members, test out the soap and let me know what they like about it, what they don't like about it, so I can tweak it. This one here is it's worn down and well loved. I put it on a rope so that we can hang it, because your soaps will last much longer if you hang them or you put them on a soap rack. Much longer. We're talking sometimes 4 times as long. And a soap like this could last a month on a rack, and maybe only 5 days not. I mean, it really is drastic. Anyway, so this is what my sink looks like. And it's a little crazy, but so this smells amazing. This is, I was saying, essential oil, only sweet orange. This is a Victorian bar of soap that I put on a rope so I can keep it dry, high and dry. And then here we have Dawn. This is for dishwashing, and you just push this button and soap comes out, and you can take your sponge and wipe it and get some soap, and it's easy to fill. I got it on Amazon. It's awesome. We have our traditional hand washing soap here that nobody ever uses in my house. I don't know why. Would you know why? So here I have my rainbow soap and a little dinosaur friend on top and a sponge underneath to keep it dry. And my favorite skull soap that I've made about 15 of them. This is my favorite. And here's a chrysanthemum I'm testing. I made 3 of them. This is my favorite. And over here I have an orange slice that I made. Now it's not looking so hot now, but boy, it was pretty when I made it. It had a orange rind. You can't hear anything over that, right? But you can see how pretty it is. It's used, but they're a lot of work. I don't have the right tools quite to make them, but I think in the future I might make these. Here I have a preview of my Easter egg soap coming soon. I've made a whole bunch of Easter eggs, different colors, and I'm experimenting painting them. That's what I was doing today. Yesterday I made an oatmeal soap. This is oatmeal and apple, and I ground up the oatmeal. It's got brown sugar in it. And it's here so that people can test it, just like everything else here. But this is one of the soaps that I made from scratch. Everything else here is melt and pour. There's 2 types of soap making, in case you didn't know and you're not a soap maker. I'm not going to assume you know. But there are 2 types of soap making. Well, it's really 3, but 2 main types. One is called melt and pour, and that is when you get a giant brick, or at least I get a giant brick because I'm ridiculous, and I chop it into little pieces. I melt it, I add my scent and my color, and I stick it in a mold, and I make awesome stuff, and it's super fun. And then there's cold process soap, which is like the old school grandma style olive oil and shea butter and coconut oil and all of that, and lye, and I gotta get all suited up. Here's my mask over here. Here's my mask. Here's my rubber mad scientist apron, right? And then you should see my gloves that go up to my armpits. And I get in a big silver pot, and I go outside and I do science, as my husband says, and I make stuff like this. This is all oatmeal from cutting the soap. So this is cold process soap, and as you can see, it's quite different than the stuff that's at my sink. It's it's like kind of hardy and earthy, and this is like, if I had to say, this is the good stuff. This is the stuff, like, this is the good stuff, okay? It takes a lot more work to make, but it's a whole different process than melt and pour. Melt and pour is, see, this is melt and pour. Can you see the difference? It's like, this is like clear and glycerin. You can get it in white. And in fact, that's what that is. That's shea butter and goat's milk. Here's more melt and pour. There's more melt and pour with the baby seeds in it I made yesterday. So I just play with that stuff, and I learn, and I figure out how to paint, and I figure out how to make molds. And with this, it's like cooking. This is like art, and this is like cooking. And this gives you a better product in the end, for like long lasting and better for your skin and all of that. I mean, it's got like avocado oil in it, and you know, you guys probably have never bought avocado oil. I never have before this process. Avocado oil is ridiculously expensive, and I have to buy it by the gallon, so it's 33 cents a gallon. But you know, it was $1.50 a gallon when I started buying because I didn't know better. But anyway, it's expensive. Okay, and shea butter and coconut oil and really good olive oil. I don't use the crappy olive oil, I use good olive oil. I use real ingredients, and it's expensive to make this stuff. This stuff is also expensive because of the convenience. It comes in these giant bricks, and you chop it and you melt it and you add your stuff. And the stuff is expensive too. The stuff, here's some samples, okay? These are scents. Okay, these are different scents. These are called mica powders, and they're like almost like crystals that have been like almost like sand. It's color. And you add it in there. Here's one of my shampoo bars. So I don't just make soap. I also make some other things like shampoo bars and lip balm and facial bars. Okay, so I do make other things, and you know, pretty soon those things will start coming out on my Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, and oh my gosh, it just never ends. Etsy, and people are telling me I need to get on other stuff. I'm also on Pinterest. So here's some of my molds. These are my 3-pound molds, and these aren't even the serious ones. These are my beginner molds. And here's some like oopses. These are all my little oopses from the last week. What do I do with these? I test with them. I can take these and melt them down and try a new mold. Okay, or this one here, this is a super high quality shampoo made with Earl Grey tea. Anyway, they smell amazing. Each one smells differently because they've been scented differently. And what they are the remains of projects. The bottom of the barrel that I didn't get to use, I didn't measure properly, or little starts and fits of projects. Here's a little empty bottle of jasmine. I don't want to get rid of it because it smells awesome. Look how cute that is anyway. And here is a little sculpture I did of Pretty Bird soap. I did this out of air dry clay. I'm going to see if I can stamp a soap. Boop. It's nice and hard now. So I have to spray it with polyurethane so it doesn't get soap stuck to it, and I can't clean it because it's clay. But anyway, and so right now I'll show you what I'm working on. I'm working on, and you know, it's a learning process, and you guys don't get to see this. You get to see the finished product, and oh, it's in pretty pictures and everything. But you know, it's not always pretty, okay? These are, you know, I fail every day. You should see the batch of soap I made the other day. It was a disaster. It literally took me 2 hours to clean up. So that does happen. But mostly I have success and I pay attention. But these are going to be for Easter soaps. So I'm trying to learn how to paint with mica powder, which is a whole new thing for me. So no, they're not perfect. They're not beautiful. But I'm trying. This one came out pretty good, I guess. Maybe it's usable. We'll see. I think the best one is probably these here. These are kind of decent. This one's nice. These are okay. And I'll get better at it. And what this is alcohol mixed with the mica powders. These are mica powders. And these are also not cheap. So I'm mixing with that. That's the alcohol in that little container. And here's the ones I have not painted yet. different colors and they all smell great. And what I'm hoping to do is place these on top of soaps and make like grass, and I'm gonna order a bunny rabbit mold and have some cute little Easter soapies. That would be cool, right? There's my paintbrushes and the date and all of that. I also have a notebook where I store everything that I do. Everything that I do goes in this notebook, and I really am good about copying it all down. You know what's good about making a mess in a soaper's studio? It's soap. It's soap. It's so easy to clean up. I have the cleanest hands in New York City. You think I'm kidding? No, I really do. I have the cleanest hands in New York City. My husband is second. I'll tell you, it's challenging being a soaper in New York City. I live in 800 square feet, trying to find a place to especially cure my handmade soaps like these. Really challenging. Really, really challenging. My bird is sleeping in the third bedroom. If he wasn't, I would show you where I'm curing some of my soaps. I'm curing them under fans in my plant area, way up high, away from the plants. But they get lots of fresh air up there because they need lots of air to evaporate. So yeah, just to get an idea, these are piping, like for pies or cakes, you know, different fittings and bags and stuff like that. That's some unused mica. Flowers that I use to take photos of the product. These cups here, I bought paper cups because I was doing so many dishes full of colored soaps. It was just every day, ridiculous, like 25 things a day. So I just bought those, and this is my thermometer to take my temperature when I'm cooking soap. This is the hairdryer I bought so I can shrink wrap the product. Expensive. You don't want to get into this because unless you have a couple $1,000s just sitting in your account, you don't want to get into this. Oh, I started selling it because I love it so much that I can't stop, and it's getting like out of control expensive. So I figured if I can sell just even a portion of what I make, I can supplement my hobby that makes me so happy. So now you know.